And we are rolling tonight, or rather this morning, in like 5 hours. We have UFC 321 Aspinall versus Gane, and we are going to go through my picks from bottom to top. We start from the bottom, we're getting right in it and going straight to the top. For those that don't know, I'm Coin. I've been watching the UFC now for over 12 years, every single freaking event. As we pick Jaqueline Amorim versus Mizuki. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Oh, this girl right here. Oh, girl, I'm sorry, Mizuki. I already know I'm not going to choose you. As we tap into Tapology, this is how we make our picks so we can solidify them here. I'm also building an MMA website where I'm going to make my own picks website. It's going to be dope. It's going to look way better than freaking Tapology and SureDog, which we're going to use both of those tonight. And I appreciate these websites, but man, these people don't know how to make freaking websites in the sense of at least the functionality works, right? It works, it's fine. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just meaning like mostly the design is terrible, and we're gonna have a way better design, and I'll put my freaking money where my mouth is. I put all the time into it already, and it's gonna come out, I don't know when. It's been a lot of development work. Anyway, let's get into the actual picks, because you probably don't care about that right now. Jaqueline Amorim versus Mizuki Inoue. I will choose Jaqueline. And typically, you know what? We should just do this because let me Google her real quick. Jaqueline Amorim, however the heck you pronounce her gosh darn name. And we're gonna look at SureDog here because this is what we typically do. I just like to go through these like, because once you see the records, you see like how they're winning, how they're losing, it creates a whole picture for yourself, and you can utilize that with a little bit of intuition. And you see 15-6 immediately. And from Japan, I'm sorry, I lived in Japan for 3 years. I love Japan. Japan's one of the best countries in the world, but they don't have the best fighters. Nah, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, alright, let's get into it. I'm just gonna choose her by probably decision. If we look at her losses, she's only ever lost by decision, and she just fought Hannah Goldie, who I think is kind of tough. Mizuki is fighting, or has just fought Hannah Goldie previously, and she's 7-4. Wow, Hannah. Nah. Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, Mizuki. That girl is going to lose via decision. Let's look at the tail of the tape as, yeah, 93% of all of Tapology is choosing Amorim, and that's 6,200 predictions right there. As we move up the card to Azat Maskum versus Mitch Raposo. Nice. All right, let's open this up and get right on into it. So his name is Azat Maskum. His name is not super familiar to my brain right now. Oh, because he lost twice. That's probably why. It's hard for me to remember losers. But he did lose to, I guess, yeah, Tagir and Charles Johnson. Kind of makes sense. And then he's fighting Mitch Raposo. And those are his only 2 losses. And he's coming off a freaking split with Tyson Nam. And that was his UFC debut. And then he lost twice. Oh, brother. And he's like a favorite, right? I don't pick based on the odds, but look at that. Minus 380 favorite for a guy that has not really even won in the UFC. Yeah, he got a split decision win, but is it really winning, bro? Yeah, it is, but you know what I mean. 27 years old, Mitch Raposo. 30 years old, Azat Maskum, flyweight division, 9-3. Yeah, I mean, he's lost 2 splits himself. Oh man, yeah. And he lost in Dana White's Contender Series, did Mitch Raposo. Alright, it makes sense that Azat is the favorite. I wonder if they're going to take each other to a split. These are just splitty boys, you know, they're just out here splitting each other. With the judges anyway. I don't know about flyweights being, you know, they don't really generate that much power, so they're not really splitting each other open too often. But I'm going to go with Maskum. I mean, like, decision. How does Mitch usually lose? 1 submission, and that, yeah, from Jake. Who was Jake in the Contender Series? Oh, Jake is not terrible, but he's not good either. That's why he's in the PFL right now. Yeah, alright. It's definitely going to be Maxim via decision as we move up the card to Hamdy Abdelwahab versus Chris Barnett. Oh, bro. Chris Barnett, why is he's not from Spain, is he? That's interesting. Huh. I'm pretty sure he's American, is he? Chris Barnett? Maybe he was born in Spain? But like, I was born in a country other than the US, but I'm American, baby. I use the US flag, baby. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was born on an Air Force base. But anyway, I mean, like, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to open this up. Let's see. Chris Barnett. Yep, as we hit up Sherdog yet again, because I want to make sure we're actually looking at these fools thoroughly, as I love doing this. I love making picks. I love how Chris Barnett's just this huggy bear beast boy is his name. What the heck is that? Huggy bear beast boy. He's 39. Oh man, I did not realize he was that old. I seriously did not realize he was that old. He got by Kennedy and Jake Collier. He beat Martin Boudet. He lost to. Man, as flashy as he is, let's see. Wow, look at his KOs though. 18 KOs, 5 decisions, and 0 submissions. Like, that seems kind of impressive. He's a banger. I mean, like 5'9", 261 pounds. He's almost at the heavyweight limit. 5'9". You so fat, bro. Oh my god, that is insane. This Chris is 39, right, yeah, and Hamdy Abdelwahab is 32, 6'2", 200. Bro, he just lost to Muhammad Usman. Muhammad knows how to play the game, so Hamdy just lost to him, and Chris is losing to, like, Kennedy's good, actually. Kennedy's better than he got KO'd by Kennedy, and what he yeah, I mean, it's Hamdy's winning, which is crazy because usually you want to go for the guy with more experience. He's 6-1, Hamdy, versus Chris Barnett 23-9. That's a lot of fights, and I don't care how many of those fights were outside of the UFC. If you're fighting that much, man, like, you're super experienced. But he's 39, man, 5'9" versus the 6'2" guy. I want Chris to win. I want to see him do some crazy shit, but nah, brother, I'm sorry. I think he's getting got. I think he's actually probably gonna get KO'd even. Yeah, probably gonna be a KO. Although he went freaking split decision with Jamal Pogues, and no contest. I don't know. I don't remember how the Dontel Mays fight went with Hamdy and Matthew Strickland. Oh, that's okay. That's a different promotion. I mean, man, I could see freaking Chris winning. I could see Chris doing something crazy, but I don't think I can pick him, man. He's too old, too fat. I'm sorry, man. It's just, that's how it is. It's just how the cookie crumble, and he gonna eat all the cookie crumbles, cause he ain't wasting no goddamn food, are you, freaking Chris? Maybe round 1 or round 2. I'm gonna say round 2. I'm feeling kind of round 1, but let's check the tail of the tape. Yeah, 61% of people think that Abdelwahab is going to win. I respect the Barnett pick though, for sure. I don't know. I get, maybe it's just bias. I kind of like him for some reason. As we move up the card to Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Miguel Delgado, we are going to pop that up right over here. Yet again, check out Sherdog with Nathaniel Wood. And don't forget to hydrate. I don't have any water here in front of me, which is a little bit sad. Let's see, Nathaniel Wood, the prospect. Nathaniel Wood, 5'6", 145 pounds, 21-6. He just beat Morgan Charrier and Daniel Pineda versus Jose Delgado, 10-1, 27 years old, 5'11". So he's like a few inches taller, 145 pounds, of course. He just beat Hyder Emil. And I mean, this guy's freaking KOing everybody. He has 100% finish rate, Jose. And Nathaniel Wood? Bro. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. I don't know, man. I mean, like, he's not bad, that's for sure. But he's not going to beat, like, top guys. Even though Jose's not really a top guy right now. I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, Hyder's a tough guy. I don't know about Connor Matthews, necessarily. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm looking at him a little bit too strongly here. He got freaking Hyder out in 26 seconds. That might not happen, but he's getting everybody out, like, but the other guys, I guess, don't matter as much, right? Because they're all bums for the most part, these other guys. Yeah, nameless bums. So, I mean, again, Nathaniel Wood is the veteran. He's 21-6. He can play the game. I was leaning heavy toward Jose, and I think I'm still going to choose him, but a little bit less confident, because I do typically like the veterans, which is funny because Nathaniel Wood is the prospect. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. We'll go Delgado. He's going to KO him. Round 1. He's going to get him. He's going to go ham. He's just going to take in the energy of the stadium and whoop up Nathaniel Wood. I don't even know where this fight is taking place. Where is it taking place? Because it's like at 8 a.m. For me. It says noon here. That's the main card. Alright, Etihad Arena. Yeah, that makes sense. Frickin', I'm getting A-Rab money. As we move up the card. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I mean, tail of the tape here. Delgado, 66%. And most people think KO as well. 73% of that 66% say KO. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that sounds right to my mind. As we move up the card to Valter Walker versus Louie Sutherland. Valter? Oh, God. This guy. All right, let's go ahead and pop him up over here. Valter Walker. Sure dog. Johnny Walker's brother. Even though technically, like, Walker, I don't understand their names, to be honest. Because I thought they said that, like, Johnny's, like, the first name, his first name's Walker, and then Johnny is his last name, right? I don't know. I don't know how this works. Is this even his brother? I think it is. I don't know, dog. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. He just beat Kennedy and Jukuwu, did Valter Walker. And yeah, he's winning this fight, I think. Based on what I'm seeing right now. Versus Louie Sutherland. This guy kind of fat. 6'3", 31 years old. Versus 27-year-old Valter, 6'6", 244 pounds. He's lighter, leaner. Yeah, and this guy's coming from LFL. And he's losing to freaking bums and Bellator in LFL. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Louie. You getting got easy. Probably round 1 KO for Valter Walker. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. 95% of everybody on Earth. Nah, I'm exaggerating. Let's say, yeah, the 86% submission. He has 6 KOs, 4 submissions. The submission makes sense for sure. I mean, look at this. It's 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. But when you're fighting a bum like this, he's such a bum, dog. He's only ever lost decisions, but he's not fought in any good leagues. So it doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't matter at all. Because you can get KO'd when you go to a good league. That's what I'm thinking. Is like, he's probably just going to get KO'd rather than submitted. Because, like, I mean, I can see, of course, Valter getting a submission easily as well. But I just feel like if you're this much of a bum, bro, you're getting KO'd. It's more humiliating, I feel. As we move up the card to Ludovit Klein versus Mateusz Rebecki. Is that how you say that? I don't care. Let's see. Don't go to the tail of the tape yet. We need to go to Sherdog. We look at the tail of the tape after we check them out on Sherdog and their records. Mateusz Rebecki or whatever. Rebecki. And in the future, I'm going to be using my own dang website for these picks. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to use it. I don't even need to use 2 sites. I'm going to have 2 sites built into one. Because that's That's what it's about, man. I mean, the only reason I use Sherdog is because it's better design than Tapology. Like, looking at Tapology makes me want to puke sometimes. But, Mateusz Rebecki, let's see, 33 years old, 5'7" at 155 pounds, 20-3 his record. He just lost to Chris Duncan. Chris is pretty good. He beat Miktibek Oral by, yeah, that's it. And Diego Ferreira, he lost to KO. He lost via KO to an old man. This old guy, dog. Yeah, who got KO'd by Alex? I called that one too, the Alexander Hernandez KO. I think I called the KO as well. Yeah, it's gonna be Ludovit, man. He just lost to Gamrot. He's beat Roosevelt Roberts. I think he did as well via armbar. Did Rebecki. He beat, and Ludovit beat Roosevelt Roberts via unanimous decision. Jai Herbert, good win. It was a draw, I guess. The same. Nah, it's not the same thing. But he lost to Nate. And Mike Trezano. I mean, I don't know, man. 5'8", 30 years old, 20-3, and Ludovit Klein is 23-5. I'm leaning toward Ludovit. That's what my intuition is telling me, so I'm going to choose Ludovit Klein via decision. I see, yeah, he's just going to use a little bit more length and beat Rebecki in that way. They both do get finishes, but they also get decisions. Yeah. Plus, once you're fighting tougher competition, you tend to not get as many finishes. As we look at the tail of the tape, most people are going for Klein. Yeah, I had to make sure. They look kind of the same in these pictures with that freaking ratty-ass hairline. This is even worse for Mateusz, but god dang. I mean, I guess I shouldn't make fun of him, because usually I make fun of the people with the freaking obvious, what's it called? The Turkish hairlines, where everybody goes to Turkey to get their freaking hair, their receding hairline fixed. They pluck it out the back where it's most like beard hair back here, because it's androgenic hair. That's why it keeps growing, because it's based on DHT. Testosterone gets converted into dihydrotestosterone. I don't know why I'm talking about science right now. As we move up the card to Ikram Aliskerov versus Junyoung Park. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pop them up into Sherdog. Ikram Aliskerov. I mean, let's see. 16-2. He just beat Andre Muniz via KO, TKO. He lost to Rob Whitaker via KO. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and Hamzat back in the day. I remember that. And Brave FC. Well, I don't remember that. I don't think I watched it, but I remember just the names. Like, Hamzat did beat him. Junyoung Park, the Iron Turtle, is 34, 6 foot and 185 pounds, 19-6, 32 years old, 6 foot, 185 pounds for Ikram, 16-2. He lost to Andre Muniz via split, did Junyoung. How does June lose? He has like he loses in every way. And he gets all kinds of wins as well. Same with this guy. But Ikram only loses by KO, interestingly. But it's only been two losses. I mean, I could see Junyoung knocking him out. He's 34, 32. But I think the Russian, he's fighting out of Dagestan. Yeah, I think he's going to find a way. They know how to play the game really well. So, probably Aliskerov via decision. But honestly, I could see either of them probably... Oh, I could see Junyoung knocking out Ikram before Ikram would knock out June. But I could see it going either way. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Oh, 85% for Aliskerov. And 68% of them say KO. That's very interesting. And even the people that are choosing Park, I guess submission's the lowest. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, there not a lot of people are thinking KO for him, which is interesting. That's an interesting concept in my mind. Because I mean, like, man, once you get KO'd, it's easier to get KO'd again. That's how it works, man. As we move up to the top of the prelims with Nasrat Haqparast, which is Kelvin Gastelum if Kelvin wasn't fat, versus Quillan Salkilld. Salkilld. That's it. I think I got it on the last one. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Nasrat Haqparast. Pulling him up now. Let's close some of these other tabs I have open. And Nasrat is 30 years old, 5'10", fighting at 155 pounds, 18-5. And he's been on a win streak of 5, but 2 splitties in his last fights. Jared Gordon, he's kind of the man, even though he's not at the same time. He's a good opponent to have a win against, I feel. Esteban Ribovic, split again. And then this guy, Quillan Salkilld, 9-1. He just beat Yanal Ashmoose. Assmoose. And Anshul Jubilee, of course, man. Of course you're beating that guy. And he's just coming out of the Contender Series last year. Salkilld. Yeah, if I can't say your name and it's a freaking easy name to say, my guy, you're losing. You're freaking losing. Haqparast wins via decision, man. He's not a killer. But he knows how to fight, I guess. 64% of people say Haqparast, yes. As we move up the card to Aleksandar Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. Let's see their records on Sherdog. Let me pop them up right here as well. This is the first fight. Aleksandar Rakic. The first fight on the main card. We make progress with the picks. Don't forget to check out the VPN. It's been popping up on the other side of the screen. www.coin.me. That's Coin's most excellent VPN. It's very excellent, very blazing fast. I'm using it right now as we speak. Aleksandar Rakic, Rocket, 33 years old, 6'5". Is he? He's 6'5"? I don't know about that. 14-5, 205 pounds. Maybe he is. Dang, 3-fight loss streak, but top names. Makes sense. Jan, Yuri, Magomed. He beat Thiago Santos. Yeah, Thiago's on his way out. Broken, brittle knee, Thiago. Like, when Thiago fought, who was it? Was it John Jones? Or, like, people gave him so much props, right? Like, let me see his record real quick, Thiago. Let's take a slight detour. Oh my god. He's just straight up loser, dog. Oh my god. John Jones broke this man. Look at when he started losing. Look at this record before John Jones. Pretty freaking good. Then you see John Jones right here. He went to a split with John Jones. And people gave him so much praise. They were saying, oh, John couldn't even beat a guy that had no knees. But bro, John was the one that freaking took his knees out. What are you talking about? Like, oh my god. Were you not watching the fight? Because Thiago was fine until he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. And then he went on this huge freaking trash lose streak. And he's in PFL? Bro. I don't understand why people praised him so much for that performance, because, I mean, look, he was tough, he was a warrior, but I think it's just like people hate John Jones so much that they're willing to give some other guy praise even though he sucked. Like, dog, he got his knees caved in. He was losing that fight. I don't even think it was supposed to be a split from what I remember, but maybe it was. Anyway. We're on Aleksandar Rakic. Let's look at his opponent, Azamat Murzakanov, the professional, but he's not in the Professional Fighters League. He's in the UFC, baby. 36 years old, 5'11", 205 pounds, 15-0, yeah, undefeated. And Rakic is kind of like, he's a brittle boy, I feel. He's a little bit of a brittle boy. Yeah, I mean, TKO'd by Yuri. I mean, no, Yuri finishes everybody. if he wins. Like if Fury wins, which he always does, except for against Alex, he finishes everybody. And he got a knee injury from Yong. Honestly, it's gonna be Azat. Azat's 3 years older, but he just has a better trajectory. I think he's actually probably gonna take Rakic out. Yeah, how does yeah, 11 KOs, 1 submission. Yeah, I think he's gonna take Rakic out in like round 2. Let's say KO round 2 for Azat to Murzakanov. Let's look at the tail of the tape, and most people agree, but it's not too far off. 59 versus 41% for Murzakanov, and most people that are choosing Murzakanov are indeed saying KO TKO. As we move up the card to Aleksandar Volkov versus Jaqueline Almeida. I had no idea who was on this card. I've been so busy. That's why it's about to be 4 a.m. and I'm making my dang picks at 4 a.m. recording a video. Aleksandar, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight as well. Volkov right here. Pulling him up now. His record is 38-11. So many fights. Freaking 40. You're about to get 40 wins, dog. That's good, too. That's a good record. 38-11 is a good record. Especially because he's, like, deep in the UFC. He's been in the UFC for so long. Right? Since 2016. Yeah. Almost 10 years. Quick maths for you. He just lost to Ciryl Gane via split. Oh, yeah, Ciryl. He's at the top of the card, ain't he? Versus Jaqueline Almeida. Let's see. Aleksandar Volkov Drago, 37, 6'7", 262 pounds. Versus Jaqueline Malhadinho Almeida, 34, 22-3. I mean, I cannot see. He beat Sergey Spivak. Sergey, the polar bear. All right, this guy sucks. Yeah, he's not that good. I mean, he doesn't suck. I actually think he's pretty good, but he's not like the top. He's not the cream of the crop. And Jaqueline is also like, I just remember this fight against Curtis. Pretty sure I picked Curtis because Jaqueline, it's just like he just loves to suck, dog. Like he sucks. His fight style sucks, and he just sucks. So I'm gonna go with Volkov via decision probably. Let's see. How does Jaqueline usually? Oh, he loses via KO. Interestingly, and Volkov is a finisher. He's a pretty good finisher, but let's see if he's been finishing anybody lately. Alexander Romanov. I can see him getting a KO on Jaqueline, to be honest. Like, he's a tough guy, but then again, probably not, because Jaqueline's gonna play that whole hug game and like try to like caress this man's body. And it's MMA. I love MMA. That's why it's the only sport that I actually watch. But it's different. Like, I don't know, man. It's about your fight style. It's about your hunger. It's about how you're fighting and why you're doing that, right? Like, if you're doing it like the GOAT champion, what's his freaking name? Oh my god, streamer brain activated. The bantamweight champion, the Georgian guy. Like, if you're doing it like him, man, that's impressive. Oh, look at this. It's a 50-50 fight as we look at the tail of the tape versus Aleksandar Volkov and Jaqueline Almeida. 50-50. Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Volkov, and it's 50-50 basically for Volkov KO or decision as well. I'm going with decision, but I can see him getting a KO as well, Volkov. As we move up the card to Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. Umar Nurmagomedov. Let's see, Umar Nurmagomedov. Oh yeah, the bigger names, like, yeah, I should have to type in Sure Dog, otherwise it's all the way down at the bottom of Google. His record is 18-1, 29 years old, 5'8", 135 pounds. He just, Marab Synchronicities. I couldn't remember the freaking champ's name. I know his name, but there's this thing when I start recording videos or I start live streaming, you just have access to different parts of your brain. It just doesn't work the same. I promise you. If you don't make videos, you might not understand. But your brain works differently when you're doing stuff like this. As we look at Mario Bautista, he's 32 years old, 5'9", 16-2. Who did he just beat? Patrick Mix, right? Yeah. Right, yeah. Freaking patchy. Oh god, and a split with Jose. I don't know if that's that good at this point in Jose's career. I mean, it's hard to pick against the Nurmagomedovs, you know? Keeping up with the Nurmagomedovs. That's way harder to say than keeping up with the Joneses. But, I mean, yeah, I can't really see. I mean, that's so impressive to me. Merab's is just the freaking GOAT. He's the GOAT. I'm calling him the GOAT for a reason. He's the GOAT right now, in my mind. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be Nurmagomedov. Probably, what does he usually get? Like subs and KOs? Not really KOs. Oh, Mario gets subs too? That's the thing? That's against lesser competition, I would say, though. That he gets him on. So who, let me see. Umar. Who's he getting subs on? I mean, he beat Corey Sandhagen, which is good. Good win. I mean, that's like, if you're beating Corey, it's pretty hard to pick against you in certain ways. So, yeah, it's going to be, I'm just trying to decide on the method. I think it's just maybe decision because Mario's going to be tough enough to hang. And yeah, 90% of people say Nurmagomedov, and 82% of that 90 say via decision. As we move up the card to the co-main event, which is such a strange co-main, Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. I believe Mackenzie beat Virna back in the day, but that doesn't mean everything necessarily because it was also years ago. So let's pull up their records. Pop it up over here. And Mackenzie Dern is 32 years old, 5'4", 115 pounds, 15-5, versus Virna Jandiroba, who is 37, 5'3". Yeah, she's a little shorter too, 22-3. Very good record. Very good record. Yeah, she beat Angela Hill. Lost to Amanda Hebus. And yeah, Mackenzie, but that was 5 years ago almost. Not quite 5 years ago, but almost 5 years ago, Mackenzie Dern beat her. Honestly, though, she beat Amanda Lemos, who's also an old lady, who's not bad. She's good. Amanda's good. 38 years old, though, you see. 15-5. I mean, I think most people are going for Virna because she has an upward trajectory. She's been winning. I mean, this is a good record. This is a good record, and Mackenzie's like not that special. But look at that. She beat Amanda as well. Amanda Hebus, and Virna couldn't beat her. But again, that was 4 years ago, right? Time makes a difference. People get better. People change as fighters. So that doesn't mean everything. But I feel like it's because she lost to Amanda, Mackenzie Dern, right? And Virna beat Amanda. So it's styles make matchups. But I just feel, did she ever fight, what's her name? Let me see. Angel Hill. Yeah, I mean, I gotta go with Mackenzie, man. She doesn't like, I just feel like she's just gonna wrestle Virna or something, man. I mean, like, look at I didn't even realize this. 14 submissions for Virna, only 1 KO. Understandable. The straw weights. I don't have any water here, as I mentioned. 8 submissions for Mackenzie, 0 KOs. Yeah, I think she's just gonna like. I mean, she's gonna win via probably freaking decision again. It's just that like this type of fight that they're gonna have is just gonna be like grapple heavy, and Mackenzie. I just can't see how Virna would submit Mackenzie. But I also can't really see Mackenzie submitting Virna, You know, like they're just gonna neutralize each other, and it's just gonna be about who's on top. And I think Mackenzie's just gonna be a little bit bigger, so she's gonna be on the top unless Virna can keep it on the feet or something. I think Mackenzie's just gonna probably take it from her. She's gonna take the decision. As we look at the tail of the tape, most people say, yeah, just like I thought people would definitely say Jandy Robo would win. 67% versus 33% for Dern. But I don't know. Like, you see all these greens right here. That's a good freaking win streak. But you look at these wins, man. I don't know. I mean, Marina's not a bad win. Stuff like that. She's the slight underdog. Interesting. Virna. So she's the slight underdog, but on Tapology picks, most people are picking her. So, I mean, there's, you know, the betting odds are not the same thing as what people are actually just picking, right? As we move up the card to the main event of the evening, Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. Ooh, now this is a good one. Because, like, nobody is giving Ciryl any kind of chance. It's interesting to me. Like, I lean heavy toward Tom, of course, but, like, it's just so interesting that nobody seems to, like, give Ciryl a chance against Tom. But, like, I don't really understand why necessarily. I mean, he's getting round 1 KOs all the time, understandable. Because he has a lot of power, he's big, he's not a fat heavyweight, right? He's 32 years old, 6'5", 15-3 record, 255 pounds. What is Ciryl Gane? 35 years old, so a few years older, 6'5", same height, 248 pounds, 13-2. Fighting out of France. Oh, I just got a beautiful bag from France, $600 that I didn't pay for because they gave it to me. Oh, I love the French, I surely do. But yeah, I mean, like, decision with Alexander Volkov, and he's beating guys like Curtis Blade, Sergey, Marcin Tybura. Man. Like, I can, like, obviously Tom's a powerhouse, right? But it's, but like, is he gonna KO Ciryl? Do you think he's gonna KO him? I don't know, man. Because Ciryl plays the freaking game. He just runs around and, like, does the leg kicks. He tries to stay on the outside. And Tom, like, does he wrestle? Like, all he really does is bang people out, right? Which is impressive. You're freaking that heavy. You're banging these boys out. Like, how can I hate on that, right? But, like, he doesn't have any fights that go even... He's never been in the 3rd round in his career. Ever. And they're in a 5-round fight now? I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. Like... I think people are gonna hate on me for this pick. I'm not picking Tom. I'm not picking frickin' Tom, who's never been in a 3rd round. I'm not picking him against a guy that knows how to play the game. Sure, he got by John Jones that way, but that's John. I feel like people hate John so much they don't realize how good he is. Like, people just hate him. Like, oh, stop being so emotional. Who cares what the man does in his life? Obviously, I don't support anything he does, none of that bad shit. Like, you know, hitting pregnant women in his car or whatever. But, shit, dog. You're still winning, right? Gane via decision. I don't know, man, because, like, is Gane gonna be able to last 5 rounds? Because that's the thing as well, right? But at the same time, what is Tom's cardio? You can't tell me he has good cardio. You don't freaking know, dog. You don't. You don't know if he has good cardio. He's never been past the 2nd round, man. I don't know. In a 5-round fight, I feel like if Gane is playing it safe, it's either... Here it is. I think it's Tom via KO or Ciryl via decision. I think it's either of those. It's either of those 2 things. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Gane. 7% of us are choosing Gane, dog. Oh my god. This is... I mean, like, I feel ridiculous picking him. I do. I feel ridiculous because of how many people are not. But I ain't about that peer pressure, boy. I don't give a shit. I'm picking Gane. And look at this. We have 4 hours left before the card starts. As we hit save, we've completed our picks for UFC 321. Aspinall versus Gane. This has been a fun one. Don't forget to check out the VPN. Stay safe out there. There's also a crypto option. You can be super private. Just an email, some crypto, and boom, boom. You got a blazing fast VPN for very cheap. And I'm also building an API, an MMA UFC API, and a website. It's going to be pretty dope if I say so myself, because I know how to do this shit, man. It just takes a long time. For now, this has been Coin. You have been you. This has been UFC 321 in my picks. Don't forget to leave some comments down below. Go ahead and freaking roast me if you want, and I'll slap you back, boy. I'll slap you the heck back, I promise.